we have logged in, and I just talked to Reesflow. I had to restart the stream. This is our quest that he gave us. You can always find that in the journal. I remapped my keys, so my keybinds may not be the same as yours, but J is for journal. That's usually where you'll find these. So, coming to Limsa Lominsa is our first one. It says, the Yellow Jacket, Reesflow, strongly suggests that you sign up as an adventurer in the Drowning Wench. Speak with Greyfar at the end of the street to take the crow's lift up to the pub. Or Greyfar. Okay, Greyfar. And we want to look at the map. So, this is where we are. We're this little blue thing here. And you can see that there's a little bit of light coming out in a cone. That tells you what direction you're going. And we want to go to this arrow over here. So, let's go in that direction. Were you able to find the Drowning Wench? That around there will help get you started here in Limsa Lominsa. Sometimes if you talk to these little NPCs after they've given you a quest already, they might have a little bit of additional information. Sometimes they have funny little comments to make, like, why haven't you checked it out yet? That kind of thing. Alright, Nedelica and Natanmo. Welcome to the heart of Limsa, the mizzenmast. It houses the airship landing, the Adventurers Guild, and, at the very top, the command room of the Admiral, from where she keeps a watchful eye over Lominsan air, land, and sea. The crow's lift will carry you up and down the tower as fast as the crow flies. You need only speak with Greyfar and tell him where you wish to go. Okay, well, let's go. Let's see what the Storm Captain has to say. This is Bulwark Hall, the lowest level of the mizzenmast. In case you weren't familiar with the nautical term, a bulwark is the plating that prevents waves from swamping a ship's decks. I did not know that. Replace waves with hordes of howling beastmen, and you'll get an idea of the purpose for which this chamber exists. Abelfar. Beyond the great Zephyr Gate of Limsa Lominsa lies the midlands of Lenosia. The gentle wind that passes through the gate is said to be the sweet breath of the gods, carrying life and fortune. Oh, that's kind of nice. There's Greyfar, our lift attendant. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. If you have a mind to visit the Drowning Wench, the crow's lift will take you there. Yes, we will. Oh, what's the sniffs? What does the smith say? As one of the smiths, I provide guidance for those just starting out on the path of the adventurer. For the present, I suggest you learn your way around the city, an endeavor with which Padaron shall no doubt wish to aid you. Oh, this popped up. Complete a quest by right-clicking the NPC with a check mark displayed above his or her head. Completing quests will earn you a variety of rewards from items and guild to experience points. Very good. Let's go talk to him. Greetings to you, lad. What'll it be? But ain't here for the drink, are ye? You've come with the mind to try your hand at adventuring. You know, speaking without the H's is a little rough. Well, you'll find no shortage of work here in Limsa. The name's Padaron, and this most hospitable of hostelries is the Drowning Wench. 'Tis also the home of the Adventurers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we've got a desk specially for handling guild business, and why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats of me regulars. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, see? Well, it's our job, right? Not that they need it in these parts on account of there being trouble wherever you look. If you manage to steer clear of the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get you instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Garlean Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course, but if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the lot of us. Well, that establishes who the big bad guy is. Aye, this town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again and you'll see people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame them? After everything that's happened, Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity, but our homes weren't the only things that got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice-damned bastard of a dragon. It took our bleeding memories, too. No one's been able to explain it in a way as makes an ounce of sense. None of the folks what saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. 'Tis all foggy, like recollections from an hard night on the ale. You can imagine why people might fear the future if they can't rightly recall the past. Well, that's a little disturbing. 5 years of amnesia. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's the group of adventurers what laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, though we ain't forgotten what they did for us, this God's damned calamity spawned memory loss robbed us of their names. It won't even let us picture their damn faces. 'Tis like staring at a gull flying in front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against a blinding glare, and that's how every bugger describes it, by the way, give or take the odd gull. It's this that's got people calling these heroes the Warriors of Light. If Limsa's ever going to put this time of darkness behind it, it's going to need adventurers to help banish the fear. It's going to need new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them. And that's why any aid we can give to adventurer is effort well spent. What say ye, lad? You willing to lend us your strength? Oh, let's say no. No? Okay. We're saying yes, obviously. Me thanks to you, and to the navigator and all. I knew she'd steer you my way for a reason. Ah, but listen to me, yattering on like a sun-touched fishwife. 'Tis high time we got your mark in me book. Put your scrawl right here. Gavtia, is it? And a fine name it is. Congratulations. Now you're an upstanding member of the Adventurers Guild. You there, adventurer. You sailed in on the last ferry, did you not? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went out on the deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friends signals, were you? Now, hold on just a moment there, officer. You got the wrong bloke. This fine, upstanding young gent is me dear departed grandma's sister's niece's cousin's closest companion. This lad wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Grandma's sister's niece's cousin's closest companion. Okay. Is that right? You are surely aware of the recent kidnappings? Respectfully, then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. Aye, you make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep one eye open at all times. Me and two more often than not. Now, sir, what say you to a tankard o' me finest ale afore you return to your duties, eh? Not a watered-down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. Ain't got the faintest idea what you're on about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of the Strait of Merlthor, but that don't mean it won't get you good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying out to be sat on to kick off them heavy boots, eh? You'll have to excuse these eager, bloody yellow jackets. There's been a spate of kidnapping, see, and they ain't got a clue who behind them. Naturally, they taken to clapping irons on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious, which means adventurers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in this town. Don't take it personal, though. Us Lominsans can be an headstrong bunch of bastards, 'tis true, but given time, we'll grow on you. Now, where was I? Oh, aye, welcome to Limsa Lominsa, where the sea's as green as the faces o' me patrons after a few too many black belly whiskeys. Now, take a moment to gather your wits, and we'll get started with learning you the ways of the city. Alright, so we completed that. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. Okay. You've taken your first step as an adventurer in the city of Limsa Lominsa. Listen well to the wisdom of Batter 10 Fingers, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. When I leveled up. Mama J's favorite drink, Diet Pepsi. If you like Diet Coke, I forgive you. Alright. Pets. You can now summon a pet. Cast the spell Summon from your hotbar to complete the arcane pack. Okay. Once your pet is summoned, a fixed hotbar known as the pet hotbar will appear in addition to your regular hotbars. Okay. I have that, I changed that setting so that it shows up on a different bar. Okay, I think initially it shows up, it replaces your top hotbar. I don't want it doing that. So you can change that in your, I believe your character configuration, hotbar settings. Okay, like pet hotbar, you can move that around. You can change the size, all sorts of stuff. Okay, I have moved around my UI, but you see these dots? They're usually down in like the lower right corner. This is for the system configuration, where you can set a bunch of stuff, right? And then character configuration, okay? You got lots and lots of choices. I like all my hotbars showing. Just because it makes it easier for me to see stuff. And because I got a widescreen monitor, I can set it way off to the side so it's out of my way, but still accessible easily. I don't like opening and closing a bunch of menus. That's just me. You got controls where you can set up your game pads or controllers if you got that kind of thing. Some people use both, actually. I know somebody who does raiding, and he will do one class or one job. He'll do keyboard, and another job he'll use a controller just because it's easier for him to do it that way. So, you know, experiment. Try things out. Got a lot of choices. Like, a lot. I have gone through this game, and I don't know how, several years now, and I'm still finding new things out all the time. And plus, they make some UI changes periodically. They really are a responsive developer, Square Enix, and Yoshi P is called Yoshida. So, anyway. Pets. The guard command orders your pet to guard his master, refraining from acting until you attack or are attacked. Steady command orders your pet to refrain from attacking unless you specifically ordered it. Away command orders your pet to leave the battlefield. Pet orders and actions can also be set to your other hotbars by selecting them from the Pet tab under Orders in the Action and Traits menu. Okay. Actually, I think I've got them set down here at the bottom, and I moved them around. Main scenario quest. This is the main quest line. This is the most quest line. If you do nothing else, you want to do the MSQ. And you will see it. It's got this icon with like little Final Fantasy XIV flames around it, and it'll be blue. Important quests used to tell the story of Eorzea and her people are called main scenario quests. You'll see it abbreviated MSQ a lot. These tasks are easily distinguishable from the others by their unique icon. Quests using this blue icon indicate a task or series of tasks tied to new duties or features you have yet to unlock. If you Google it, I think it's Zeppla, who's a really great YouTuber about Final Fantasy. She went through a list of all of these important blue quests and what's important to do, what's really essential, what's really, you don't have to unlock it if you don't want to. You don't have to do everything. Scenario guide. The scenario guide is a HUD element, heads-up display, HUD, that indicates the next available quest in the main scenario. It also displays the next available quest for your currently equipped job or class underneath, okay? So if you come over, you see in my upper right of my screen, this big bar here is the MSQ. Right underneath it, it says Way of the Arcanist, and it's got a little exclamation point. That tells me I have a job quest available. And you always want to do your job quests as soon as you can reasonably get to them, because they give you the important skills that you really need to advance your job. Especially you want to get to the level 31 that gives you your job stone, because that upgrades your job from its base class to its second class. Okay, so the upgraded version. And we're on an Arcanist, and Arcanist can turn into two paths. It's I think that's the only job that can do that. It can turn into a Summoner, which is DPS, and it can turn into, I think, a Scholar, which is a healer type. And you can actually pick up both. Alright. Bateron has an MSQ quest for us. Bateron, proprietor of the Drowning Wench, wants you to perform 3 tests that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Okay? Let's accept that. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tests that'll help you get used to life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down a floor, then point your nose to the west, you'll get an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's an aetheryte, a device that can move you from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, providing there's an aetheryte where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with the yellow jacket on guard down there, and you'll be treated to a lecture on the workings of the device. Before you do that, though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find weapons and armor and all your adventuring bits and pieces for sale in the district that lies beyond the aetheryte. Don't go throwing your gil around just yet, though, or you'll get fleeced quicker than you could say, "Why is me coin purse so light?" Have a word with Swozblade instead. He's the head of the Merchants League, by the way. Give him this old octant, and he'll treat you well. For the last of me helpful hints, I suggest you meet some fellow spell slingers at the Arcanist Guild. I guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for your tome if you decide to join their crew. Murray at the front desk is the one to get you started. Got all that, lad? See to them 3 tasks take you on a little jaunt around the city and help you work out where everything is. Now, I'd best be getting on. Run along, eh? Bugger it. There I go, sending you off without telling you something crucial. That bloody calamity's made a right mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that or the ale. Any road. While you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods that look like they might need your help, consider giving their tale a woe. Listen, eh? Sounds like a chore, I admit, but you never know what interesting opportunities could be lurking out there, just waiting for you to stumble on them. For example, Ninia over yonder's been casting glances at you since you waltzed in. Why not lend an ear and see what she has to say? You're like to find yourself running odd errands in the beginning, like any MMO. But once you build a reputation as a man folk can trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. If you've the time, I'd also seek the advice of the smith here and the wench. The lads as bear that title have some fine advice for you. For them what are just starting out in the profession. And that, my lad, is how you go about becoming a legend among adventurers. To leave the Drowning Wench, you must accept the quest Making a Name by speaking with Ninia. Main menu. Main menu grants quick and easy access to most of the game's main features. Okay, the main menus are up here. Selecting character under character, this bar here, opens a window containing your character's various attributes, currently equipped gear. Selecting journal under the duty displays a list of current completed quests and leave quests. Look at inventory real quick. Okay. I had that. It doesn't open up like this. Okay. It opens up like only with 1/4 of this, and then you have to like go through the pages. There is a setting in character configurations with item settings. Interface, I think it says normal there. You can open all. Retainer inventory interface expanded. Store all newly crafted items in your inventory so they don't go into your armory chest. That would be a pain in the neck. I don't want all newly obtained items in my armory chest. I want them in my inventory. Okay, because that way I can look at them and I don't have to open up my armory chest separately. Command. Okay. You can look at all this stuff, you know. Location of quest objectives can also be confirmed by clicking on the objective in the duty list. Okay. You can press M on your keyboard. All right. Or you can click on that on quest and it'll bring up. You can scroll in and out on your map. Okay. I'm not going to play with sub commands because that's boring for you all. Just look through all these. There are so many settings here. Play around with them. You can always, if you make a mistake and you can't figure out how to get it, you can always go to default. Okay. And that'll put it right back to the very beginning. Okay. Now, I want it open all, expended. I want newly obtained items not in my armory chest. I got chocobo feathers for I can't remember if it's because I joined through another friend and used their friend code, or if it's because I've had a couple of people join because of me and use my friend code. This chocobo feather, I'm going to save over here. This is great for gear. I would save it for the highest level gear you can get, which is usually one set lower than the current expansion. So the current expansion goes up to level 100. I think this will give me level 90 gear. If not, for sure level 80. But you only get like a few of these. So I would save it for the really good stuff. I mean, why spend the money on, you know, level 5 gear when you can get a piece of level 80 or 90 gear out with that? So definitely going to save that for later. Now we gotta go talk to Ninia. She has some information. Well, will you look at this? A shiny new adventurer. Listen close, lad. I have some information that might just help you put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through Bulwark Hall not long ago and saw a bunch of herbs just scattered about on the ground. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been the black market wares known as dream flowers. Limsa Lominsa is a busy port. Not all the merchants that blow in across the strait are above board, if you know what I mean. How'd the plants end up in the mizzenmast? Who knows? Might have been a good deal gone bad. The important thing is you make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak to Skenrail, and she'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs, take them to... My goodness. Haltskiff at the Octant. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing or two about such shady goods. Okay. Let's see what Gregory has to say. If it's rumors or like-minded folks, you see, you made the right choice to come to the tavern. It is as a lodestone for all manner of travelers and explorers. Okay, cool. Sojbi. You come to Limsa, adventurer? Then I suggest you speak with Badaron, the owner of the Drowning Wench. Think of him as a guide to our fair city. Okay? We did that already. Quintanon. Elizon have names that are loosely based on French names, Norman names, kind of things. So I usually give them a French sound. Most seafarers a bloke meets are rougher than a barnacled hull, but these lemons and scrags are something else. Suppose I could expect naught else from a city that was founded by pirates. Hold up there, lad. Before you trot out the door and straight into some scrag's ambush, you might want to partake of the wench's wisdom, proprietor and patrons both, okay? He's not going to let us out. Okay. Wonder if they'll let us out here. Bit premature for you to leave, don't you think? Or have you already heard everything the shady bloke behind the desk had to say? So then you should know it's only polite to spare a moment for those in need, like the Lalafellin lass at the table who's staring at you right now. But I did talk to her. Okay. Alright, we gotta go. You wish to visit Bulwark Hall now? The crow's lift is ready when you are. Take the crow's lift. Interacting. On some quests, you will encounter objects with which you can interact simply by approaching, then right-clicking. Okay. Sanctuaries. Crescent Moon icon will appear to the right of your experience bar. Now, you may not have your experience bar in the same spot, but you can see, especially if I just put it in a place where you can actually see it. There's that Crescent Moon. Tells you you're in your sanctuary, and you get a rested bonus. That bonus grows even if you're out offline. All experience gathered through battle crafting and gathering while under the benefit of the rested bonus will be increased by 50%. That's not a small amount. So the moral of the story is you always want to log out in a sanctuary. Your current rested bonus is displayed on top of your experience bar. Dark orange bar shows how much more experience can be earned before the bonus fades. I apparently have none right now. Or I used it all up. Probably used it all up already. If the bar is blue, it indicates your bonus will carry over to the next level. Inns and cities, as well as various outposts and settlements, are classified as sanctuaries. To maximize your experience earning potential, make it a habit to always log out in one of these areas. Alright. We're going to right-click. They conveniently make them sparkly for us so we can't miss them. So all you have to do is right-click on them. I've got to gather peculiar herbs, 1 of 6. I see the peculiar herbs have conveniently led us to the etherite. Alright. Aldskiff. Okay. Yes, I'm Aldskiff. You have some herbs you wish to examine? Yep, let's hand them over. Handing over items. Okay. Some quests require you to deliver items if an NPC requires an item request window, which is what popped up here, will appear. Drag the item from your inventory or armory chest into the item request window, then click hand over. Items can also be added to the item request window by right-clicking on them. Yes, right-click on them, don't drag them. Make your life much easier. Took me a year and a half to figure that out because I'd forgotten about that. Okay, so see how it's like empty there? Right click, click again, hand over. As you suspected, these are the highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They are prime ingredient in the creation of somnus, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into the sleep of death. Well, that's not very nice of it. Forgive me, I could not resist the jest. These herbs are not more than all-thick lavender, a common enough export from Limsa. In fact, these probably spilled from crates that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with you, but not to worry. You learned a few things and made a new acquaintance. Well met. Complete. Using items, some items can be used, granting various effects, such as instant HP restoration, health point, attribute boost, and more. Using an item is as simple as selecting Use from the item's subcommands. All items with recast timers cannot be used again until the timer is expired. You can also drag your items to your hotbar for easy access, which is what we're going to do right now. Okay. We got this potion. I like to have my potions up here. Okay, and I'm going to drag it over to my hotbar here. Make sure so you can unlock. See how you can't move anything around. Unlock. Now you can click drag and then lock again. I have many times forgotten to relock my bar, and then suddenly I got skills and items and things going all over the place. It's really annoying. Let's talk to... He's got a quest for us. Normally I'd save some of these quests because you're going to get so much XP doing the main scenario quest. But I want to level this guy up fairly quickly. And truth be told, all of these quests inside Limsa are going to send you to the same area your MSQ is going to anyway. But normally you could save these regular quests for if you want to, say, level up another job. I'll just give Captain of the trading ship Orion has some information that might benefit your standing as an adventurer. By the way, thanks for delivering my scattered lavender. I have a nugget of information that may prove useful to you. You see, I was recently approached by an unkempt seafarer, which is not, I admit, particularly unusual for a man in my profession. What was unusual was that he offered a generous sum of gilt to be introduced to any adventurers I might know. In my experience, sailors are not known to carry such a wealth of coin around their person. Especially with the alehouses of Limsa so close to hand, kidnappings have not been uncommon these past moons. I suggest you take this information and speak with Glazrail, the guard who stands at the entrance to East Hawker's Alley. Never hurts to show a spirit of cooperation to the authorities, lad. Hint, hint. Let's talk to Janashim. Brugair Consortium. She seeks the services of a conveniently unoccupied adventurer. Apparently we're considered unoccupied. Excuse me, sir, but might you have a moment to spare? You seem the type who enjoys being accosted for menial tasks. This is one of the reasons you read these things, because sometimes they're like hilarious fourth wall conversations. I require someone to make a delivery to the dutiful sisters of the Edelweiss. I wouldn't be surprised if you hadn't heard of them. The sisters prefer not to advertise their presence here in Limsa. They do, however, provide a rather unique service of which the Brugair Consortium has recently been the beneficiary. I would have you deliver this package to their doorman, Lonward, along with our profuse gratitude. Okay, exactly what services are these sisters providing? I'm not sure I want to know. Alright, now we had to go touch the aetherite. By that they mean right click on it so that you attune to it. You always want to attune to a new aetherite anytime, because it's Murphy's Law. If you don't, you're gonna get kicked out and won't be able to do it again for a while until you run back to it, which is a pain in the neck. Another novice adventurer. I Battaron has sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. Sundamal. I'm Sundamal, one of the Yellow Jackets, tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energies. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Please, yes, so we don't have to run all over the place. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about aetherites or on transportation magic, I'll be there to answer your questions. So we've now learned Return. You attune with the aetherite. You are now able to use the Return spell. Return means you can set an aetherite to return. Okay, you could set each return, or whatever aetherite you prefer, and you only get one as your home point. Okay. I'll let you instantly travel back. Casting the spell does not require any MP magic points and can be accessed by selecting Return under Travel. From the main menu, I have it on a hotbar off to the side. Sole limitation of the spell is that it can only be cast once every 15 minutes. Only one home point can be set at any time to make an aetherite. Your home point, just right-click on the crystal to bring up the aetherite menu. Okay. I am actually not going to set that. I am going to register this as my security token free destination. If you don't have a security token, get yourself one, okay? You can use, like, any of the authenticators. I use Authy. There's others. Having two-factor authentication can save your account from getting hacked. And get you a free destination to boot. Why not? What's not the love? It is well worth not getting your account stolen. I had another MMO account stolen because that MMO did not have two-factor authentication. Somebody hacked it. I was able to get it back, fortunately, and they had reset everything, but It was a hassle. Get two-factor authentication. Trust me, it's worth it. Register this location. Yes. Alright. I'm going to set... I try to set my farthest point away as my home point. Like a major city for that specific expansion. So that's a good use of that. You'll see, like, this eager Lominsan has a quest for us, but it's in red, which means it's not available yet. Means you need to be level 60 to be able to access it. That's actually another job quest, if I remember right. Here's our itinerant Moogle. This guy shows up for special events. The Mogpendium will prove to be an invaluable resource during the Moogle treasure trove, Kupo. Pour over its contents to find the best ways to get your hands on irregular tomestones, then use that knowledge to fill your packs. Once the weight of your tomestones become too much to bear, bring them to me and I'll give you all sorts of rare and remarkable items. Oh, collection expanded, Mogpendium. Okay. I can't do any of these. Fates. Arrive at Kalusia or Lakeland to unlock. Well, that's in the Shadowbringers expansion, so that ain't happening. Treasure dungeons. Can't access those too, so my dude's kind of out of luck for now. Sweet Nick's Rosy Cheeks. Okay. The goblin merchant, Sweet Nick's, appears to be in some distress. Shuck. Sweet Nick's is beauteous Gobby and crafty smart trade maker. Sweet Nick's makes busy deal with uplanders. Need deliver letter to gate of mail van. But Sweet Nick's has shiver shakes. Uplander walks to gate of mail van for Sweet Nick's. Uplander delivers letter to tax lady Pataja. Okay, we gotta do that. Glazrael. We had to talk to her. That is disturbing news. Your initiative is appreciated, adventurer. I'll have the captain place the Yellow Jackets on high alert. Ah, and while I have your ear, I need you to visit Fridvib and tell her the same thing you told me. You'll find her a bit farther down East Hawker's alley. Fridwib has frequent dealings with adventurers, so any warning you give her should soon spread through the city. Okay. Now you can buy some items here. I probably don't have enough guild to do it yet. Shops. Myriad of items can be bought and sold from vendors all across Eorzea. Okay, purchasing an item is as simple as clicking on the item in the shopkeep's inventory, while selling an item is as simple as dragging an item from your inventory or armor chest. You can also sell items by right-clicking on them and selecting sell. If you happen to have second thoughts about a sale, you can always buy back, okay? So, I sold something, and I went, oh. Now, keep in mind, once you close this thing, your item's gone. I gotta move my Gale thing over so I actually can see it. I only have 103. That's not gonna give me anything. Okay. Fine morning to you, sir. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the world. Pray, browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo, but recently arrived at the docks. You bear a gift from Baderon? Whatever could it... Oh, my Octant. By the navigator, I should have left it behind in the winch. Or I must have left it behind in the winch, along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. Hand over, now we're going to right click on that, click again, hand over. I'm most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt, each gil you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. Goes without saying, the Hawker's Alley boasts stalls specializing in tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And within but a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potion and perishable needs. Keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shores, so it pays to become familiar with the type and price of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light or your time is short. But verbal instructions of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the markets for yourself. You know, he has another quest for us. Let's see what that is. Earth shards. You can either sell these, or you can save them for crafting. Okay? If you're not planning on crafting, you can actually... Key items and crystals. Your crystal shards will show up here. See, I got 10 earth shards already. You can sell those on the market board, so... that's an option. I want you to look into market price. You, sir, adventurer, I have work for you. I would have you pose as a customer and survey the market's current prices. Surely I did not see you balk at so simple a task. All you need to do is strike up a conversation with shop owners and glance over their wares. There are 3 merchants that interest me. Iron Thunder, Tokyo Rune, and Sine Hill. Write down all you see on the price list and you hand it over to Ain Singh on West Hawker's Alley. He shall reward you for your service. Might I interest you in the services of a retainer? Yes. What's this? Some suspicious seafarers on the prowl for gullible adventurers? A possible suspect in the recent kidnappings, you think? Well, I'll be sure to pass on that warning to my customers. What with all the merchants and travelers milling around Hawker's Alley, these kinds of unsavory activities can often go unnoticed. In any case, I promise to keep a sharp lookout for anyone being accosted by strange-looking sailors. Got some goodies there. Dark matter. Can repair equipment levels 1 to 10. Honestly, I would just sell it. Alright. I am going to go over to the culinarian first thing, and I'm going to buy a bunch of boiled eggs, okay? I'm going to buy about 10 of them. Why? I go by inventory. Why? And I'm going to put them over here. That's where I put my food. Because it gives you an experience bonus of 3% for 30 minutes. Now you can click this a second time to extend it to 60 minutes, which is what we're going to do. Ooh, I got Road to 90. Experience earned while below level 90 is dramatically increased. That's kind of nice. Okay. And I think you get the 3% buff on top of that. Well met, lad. Cast your peepers over these beauties. Not a spot of rust to be found. Every piece fresh from the forges of Naldik and Vimeles. Okay. See what he has to say. Swinburg. This here's Hawker's Round, where east meets west. Place bustles with buyers and sellers both. Okay. If you want to buy items, get the market board. Retainers sell stuff on there. Person doesn't sell it directly. It's actually the retainer that sells it. The market boards, excuse me, of all the major cities are all connected. Meaning if you put it up for sale in one place, you can purchase it in another city-state. Okay. You can sort all of them by these different icons, like Marauder's Arms, Rogue's Arms. Stuff like, you know, items you might need. Let's see. I don't want a level 1 company hat. Oh, this is all level 1 stuff I can buy for my head. I could buy a red beret. But I don't have that much money. For sale, see the icon. Select the item you wish to buy. You'll be charged a transaction fee. It'll tell you how much that is. And if you don't have enough, it'll tell you. You can also change this number, okay? And then search again. And the highest level will be available at the top and go down. Okay, hempen bandana. Oh, control and perception. That is for gathering. Okay. Hempen hat. Intelligence and mind. Shop selling price 113. Oh, I could buy one for 600. That's all. Yeah, great. We're going to get some of these as quest rewards. So, let's hold off on buying anything. You can also buy them at the vendors here, okay? You're not going to be in them long enough to make it worth spending that much gil on them. Kyokyo Rune welcome customer. Kyokyo Rune loves his lovely trade. Kyokyo Rune's goods are goodly made. Okay. Okay. Like all these pumpkins all over the place. Fieldcraft supplier. Cineale. Fine morning to you, sir. What can I interest you in? Why, you seem interested in most everything, don't you? Is this another one of those investigations? Well, I have nothing to hide. Okay. Bainsing. You're the one who made the list for Swozblade? Let's have it then. Nothing wrong with the market as far as I can tell. You oft-times get pirates stealing, selling stolen goods at cutthroat prices, and that drives numbers down right across Hawker's alley. Thanks to these reports, though, we can tell at a glance when shady dealings are taking place. Good work, lad. Excuse me while they get gold sellers in here periodically. You can't see this. Got it blocked by my camera. Report RMT activity. Yes. You can actually click to ignore them too. I report them because Square Enix actually does something about these things. Alright. I missed something. See this Ethernet shard? These will let you teleport across the city. So you want to attune to every single one you possibly can in the city. And since they got us running all over BFE anyway, you may as well. You now have access to the Ethernet. Quick travel throughout the city can be achieved by simply placing your hand upon the Ethernet shards. Hey, attuning with the shard has granted you access to the city-state's Ethernet. That can be used for quick intra-city travel. Trust me, you'll want it. Limsa is the most confusing city because there's up and down. And until you get used to it, it's kind of hard to figure it out. It took me a while to finally get used to the city. We're coming up over to the Arcanist Guild. Alright. Ribahara. Who wants to speak that? Have my ship unquarantined. All vessels that make use of Limsa Lominsa's port must submit to a cargo inspection, pay the duties incurred. Please direct all inquiries and complaints to the front desk of Melvin's Gate. Okay. Long sand makes gobby legs shake. Okay. Being a custom officer often feels like a thankless job. On any given day, a dozen strangers will accuse you of high sea robbery. I must constantly remind myself that I do this for the good of the nation. Nobody likes the tax man, girly. Whereas Sweetnix with those import records, without the proper documentation, I'm afraid we shall have to expel him from the city. Letter from Sweetnix. Why, these are Sweetnix's records. Glad I am to see they were submitted in time. Honestly, you would think the goblin would have lost his fear of our offices by now. Every month he is to submit these papers, and every month his tardiness forces me to consider his removal. As long as one follows proper procedure, Limsa Lominsa is quite welcoming of foreign traders. Pray convey these words to Sweetnix. Perhaps it will aid in soothing the poor goblin's fears. Now let's see if she's got something new for us. He's help collecting duty on imported goods. Here at Melvin's Gate, we inspect all the goods that are imported into Limsa and collect duty as the law requires. Some merchants, however, seek to evade this obligation. We must chase them down. I'd be grateful if you could deliver these 2 ledgers, one to a man named Sundamal, whom you will find at the Octant, and the other to a woman named Letitia, who works at the Bismarck. If you're uncertain as to the whereabouts of the Bismarck, ask Sundamal when you meet him, and he will point you in the right direction. Okay. Let's talk to Muri. Welcome to the Arcanist Guild. It is here that we research and develop the field of Arcanima. Arcanima is the science of employing arcane geometries, intricate patterns that map the unlocked energies of existence to draw forth and manipulate the body's etheric energies. But if I'm not mistaken, you already possess some rudimentary knowledge of the craft. Shall I deepen your knowledge of our history as well? The roots of Arcanima we trace back to the esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Isles. It was their island folk that first discovered a method to express natural phenomena in mathematical terms. Building on this process, the existing mathematical formulae were further developed into arcane geometries, precise patterns that allowed a practitioner to weave ether into specific magical effects. The mages who invoked this new form of magic became known as Arcanists, and the school of Arcanima was born. Many such mages, wishing to expand their understanding of the world, took to the seas aboard trading vessels. Upon their arrival in Limsa, Arcanists found themselves welcomed in the academic elite and soon secured positions in the realms of governance and council. The knowledge of an Arcanist, however, is traditionally passed on from master to chosen disciple. As such, Admiral Mirowib, counting several wielders of Arcanima among her personal staff, became concerned that this exclusionary practice would lead to the eventual extinction of the art. So at the Admiral's express orders, an official Arcanist Guild was established and funding was provided for research and training. The complex and demanding nature of Arcanima, however, remains the greatest threat to its own future. If you would continue to study this challenging discipline, then I must insist that you indicate your commitment to joining our guild. Yep. Yeah, so you see, we got a blue quest here. We call them blue quests. Well, have you decided to enroll in our guild? Or are you now intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking? Okay. No, accept. Miri wants you to reaffirm your desire to join the Arcanist Guild. Yes, accept it. Your sound judgment is to be commended. Now, standard practice dictates that I introduce you to our guildmaster that you might convey your intentions in person. Due to extraordinary circumstances, however, he is unreachable at present. Instead, you may speak with Mistress Hubergein. Don't hate on me if I'm wrong. She has shouldered full responsibility for the guild's leadership in the interim. You will find her just over there by the bookshelves. You needn't be shy. Though her mind is sharp and critical, her manner is always most welcoming. Alright. Here is Thubergeim. Yes, I am Thubergeim. Greetings and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. As Murray has doubtlessly explained, I am serving as acting guildmaster until our wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable receptionist also spoke of our art's origins. Allow me then to expound upon its nature. Arcanima taps into the living energies of ether. The evidence of this is represented most aptly, perhaps, by our ability to manifest the arcane entity Carbuncle, and the manner of magic which this ethereal ally employs at our command. The core of the discipline, however, is found in the pursuit of definitive solutions to any potential quandary. Even on the field of battle, nay, especially on the field of battle, this principle takes precedence. If one wishes to make certain the question of victory, then one must apply the most effective strategy. An Arcanist is measured by his ability to calmly analyze a situation from moment to moment, and respond with the most appropriate spells at hand. The study of Arcanima will test your mental faculties to the point of perplexity. Okay, if she speaks in like any longer words, she's very, she should have eschew obfuscation. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? Yes. An unambiguous response, the kind I most prefer. Let us now see if the clarity of your words is matched by the sharpness of your mind. In Lower Lenosia, you will find, among others, 3 species of pest: wharf rats, little ladybugs, and Aureliae. I ask that you employ your skill in Arcanima to eradicate 3 of each type of creature. Leave the city through the Tempest Gate, and you will soon encounter the potential targets in abundance. As long as you remain focused, I do not foresee these opponents causing you or your budding abilities undue difficulty. Once you return from completing this preliminary trial, I will welcome you. Oop, I clicked that too soon. In the event tab on your chat box, which you can't see, because I got it covered up. You can see the conversation in case, do what I just did, which is accidentally click through it. Once you return from completing this preliminary trial, I will welcome you as an official member of the Arcanist Guild. May your judgment remain swift and clear. Okay. I don't want to go out there quite yet. And there's a reason that I need to go back upstairs to the wench. And that's because I need to go to my mailbox, which is on a higher floor, which I don't have unlocked on my Ethernet yet. You can use sprint to get through here faster. I'm going to come back to collect that reward. Okay, Sundamal, since we're here. A ledger from Melvin's Gate, you say? Here we go. Yet more outstanding duty payments. When will those merchants ever learn? Very well, if I catch sight of any offenders, I shall drag them to the gate, kicking and screaming if needs be. One more ledger bound for the Bismarck safe. Follow this path to the upper decks and you'll find the place. Oh. By him. Okay. Alright. Got an Ethernet shard. Definitely gonna unlock that. There's a quest for us. Unsenvilf. Limsa Lominsa is a paradise for a culinarian, for by the grace of the pullers, we've the bounty of the sea close at hand. Aye, if only there were more bells in a day, I'd buy the whole guild's catch and cook to my heart's content. So, you see these, the reason I'm doing some of these quests now is because they give these rewards, and I know for a future MSQ reward that I'm going to need level 5 gear in all of my gear slots. So I'm going to go ahead and do these. We're going to have to go out into the land to do some stuff for our Arcanist quest and for our MSQ quest anyway, so we may as well kill 15 birds with one stone. Lahano needs help replenishing the Bismarck's larders. Beg your pardons, good sir, but you are an adventurer, are you not? Yes, I realize this is sudden, but we urgently need help restocking our larders. We are in the midst of preparing a full-course meal for soon-arriving guests, but I fear we are short on fresh lamb for the main course. I would be grateful if you could procure 4 slices for us. I dare say it would be quickest to obtain these directly from the stores. Wild lambs. We have to go out and kill lambs? They're cute. In case you are unfamiliar with creatures, I suggest you speak with Abofar, a sentry stationed in Bulwark Hall just below the Drowning Wench. Okay. Bismarck has never been better than it is now under Master Lingsath's direction. Even such dishes as folks consider simple are prepared with loving attention to detail. These days all too few establishments strive for this level of excellence. Okorama? After the calamity, I never thought I'd... Okay. Whenever my business brings me to Limsa, I treat my manservant to a hearty meal here at the Bismarck. 'Tis the least I can do to reward him for his excellent service. God, no, I pay the fellow little enough. Ha ha ha. He obviously is from Ulda. I could collect that up here. But I'm not going to. I'm going to wait until I have gone to go pick up my stuff from the Mugo box. Alright, I am going to take a quick detour, and I'm going to come up here, because I want to unlock that Ethernet shard. Pick up this quest. Morden. Morden would like to make you a completely legal proposition. License to reeve. You want for coin, adventurer? How'd you fancy working for the Kraken's Arms, one of the greatest pirating crews in Limsa? If you're interested, make yourself up these here steps to the balcony above and talk to Carvelane. Our captain. Do right by him, and he'll do right by you. Okay. We're not going to do that quite yet. We're tuning to this shard. Okay. One more quest to pick up here. Ginade. Ginade seeks help with the growing problem in Limsa. An alarming number of citizens have gone missing of late, though I suspect you've already heard the rumors. It is essential that we ascertain their safety. To this end, I have prepared a list based on reports from our citizens. Would you be so kind as to deliver it to my colleague in Bulwark Hall? Nedelica is her name. My thanks in advance, friends. Friend, singular. I wonder what Raynor has to say. As Commodore of the Yellow Jackets, it's my duty to ensure the peace and security of Limsa. The lives and livelihoods of her citizens are my primary concern. Okay. That seems legit. Herbalist. She's got some items here for sale. Those are used in crafting. I think there's a fishmonger up there too. Ikewazu. The sea breezes of Limsa Lominsa are so refreshing. Quite a dramatic difference from the sultry winds of Ul'dah. But I must remain detached, focused. I am here, you see, to survey the extent of the calamity's damage, but I often find myself overwhelmed by the unfamiliar sensations of this barbaric yet fascinating city. Let's sprint. All Saints Wake Crier. I can't do that until I have access to Gridania. And I'm not going to do that on his tomb anyway. Delivery Mugo. Greetings, tall one. I'm a delivery Mugo, Kupo. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Mugos are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about letters? It's not a bad question. Not what I was thinking, but not a bad question. Why, indeed. If I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice oak, dreaming about some beautiful Muglet with a rainbow-colored pom-pom, Kupo. But no, the moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all of that terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered and link pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor wingless people of Eorzea had no way of communicating with each other beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of, Kupo. That is, until the little horned ones asked us to assist them. Little horned ones, I think, are Gridanians. Asked us to assist them by delivering messages. At first, we were wary of showing ourselves. Worried that one of you might catch and skin us, like you do every other forest furry. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we'd found our new calling. And I personally promised to try and not read any along the way, Kupo. Look what we have here. 16 new letters have arrived just for you, Kupo. Moogle delivery service. It can be accessed by speaking with one of the many delivery Moogles stationed throughout Eorzea or by clicking on a Moogle letterbox. The service can be used to send messages, items, and guild to anyone on your friend list. You cannot send stuff to anybody who is not your friend. That's a anti-gold selling feature. Kind of annoying, but I get why they do it. Clicking the new button located in the upper right hand corner of the Moogle delivery service window will open the letter editor. In addition to composing your message, this interface can be used to specify a recipient as well as attach GIL and items. Unfortunately, you can't send any to your alternate tunes, which you call alts. So that is one limitation in this game that drives me crazy. And I get why they do it. It helps prevent transfer of funds from a player's main to an alt in case they steal stuff from a guild bank. It's just or free company in this game. Free company bank. It's easier to track down where the funds went to if you can't transfer it to like 15 of your alts. Take that one. I had purchased this particular mount. I think I can use it, actually. You obtained an untradeable item. Item is yours, and yours alone. Cannot be sold or traded. You have obtained a unique item. As this item is special, you can never possess more than one at a time. Okay? Alright, I don't need that one, so I'm going to delete it. You can only have like 20 letters or something. I got a chocobo carriage. Yeah. Because you can carry 4 people on it, which is really nice. But I want to delete that too. Then close our chocobo brush and arc mount and a wind-up garnet minion. With them, you may rest assured that no cloud, no squall shall hinder you on your adventures. Take all. Armory chest. Since the armory chest in Final Fantasy XIV allows you to change your class or job by simply changing the weapon or tool in your main hand, it is recommended that you always have several sets of gear on hand. However, gear can take up a tremendous amount of space in one's inventory, which is why all adventurers carry an armory chest. All gear purchased, crafted, or found is automatically stored in this chest. And remember, I've changed... Oh my god, that thing just moved. I noticed that the decoration moved. Kind of freaked me out for a moment there. That was a little disturbing. Alright. I've got it reset to go to my inventory. And then I can decide whether I want to sell it, which is what's going to happen with a lot of stuff initially. Or I can right-click on it and send it to my armory chest. Alright. Let your inventory free to fill with other items as potions, crafting materials, food. Gear in your armory chest is categorized and sorted by type and can be equipped or discarded directly from the chest interface. Armory chest can be accessed by any time by selecting character from the main menu, followed by armory chest or pressing Control I. I'm waiting for this thing to... Oh, yeah, I knew it was going to move. That's freaky. Delete it. Got a wind-up Zidane minion, dashing like its namesake, and a pair of Azema's earrings, audacious like the goddess. Take all. I am going to equip that immediately. Cannot change gear now. Why? You've obtained a whistle with which you can summon your very own minion. Use the call minion action. You must first use the whistle. When you've used the item, a new entry will be found in your minion guide. Under character in the main menu, you can either initiate the action from this menu or drag the icon, set it to one of your hotbars, and initiate it from there. To send your minion away, simply reselect the summoning icon. Minions can be summoned or dismissed at any time, and the whistle has no recast timer. Once you have learned the summoning action, you will never lose it, and it can be used with all jobs or classes. You can only summon one minion at a time. While minions do not generate any enmity, neither will they participate in battle. If you are KO'd, your minion will simply wander off back to wherever it is it rests until you call upon it again. So basically, it's a mini pet. Oh, I wanted to equip it, but I can't because I'm I'm still in the Moogle delivery service. Okay. Some things you can't do when you're in the middle of talking to an NPC. Delete that. Death Side, Arion Horn, and Wind Up Porum is, or is that a Wind Up Column? I don't know. Porum. Delete. All right. Try not to break it. You get a pop-up window. I set my... That thing moved again. That's going to be... I need to, like, get out of my mail so I can stop looking at that thing. All right. Take all. Delete. Some of these are pre-order earrings. I don't have a lot of space right now. But I do in my armory chest, so I'll put it in my armory chest. Delete. It even makes a little squeaky noise. Alright. I got, friend. So I get some chocobo feathers. One friend has used your campaign code. Got 5 more chocobo things, and ballroom etiquette gives you an emote. Alright. 4-piece set of Tantalus attire. Be your own canary. Okay. It's item level 1, and it can be equipped by all classes. Okay. Five-piece set of Wild Rose attire. Warning, a rose by any other name would not smell as sweet. Somebody is a Romeo and Juliet fan. Enclosed is a Baron Helm, a Griffin Flying Mount, a Wind-Up Cane Highwind minion, and a Phial of Fantasia. Movies can freak me out every single time. May they take you back to a time when 4 was 2 and 2 was 4. I'm a little disturbed by any time that where 4 would be 2 and 2 would be 4. Some of these are pre-order bonuses. Okay, I've retained my subscription, so I got a friendship circlet, some more chocobo feathers, copy of ballroom etiquette and proper greetings, and 99 etherite tickets. Those are really nice. You might be tempted to use them early in the game. I would save them until you get into the Stormblood expansion, because it is expensive to travel in Stormblood. And when we get to that point, I'll show you a way to get to it a lot more cheaply. It's wiggling at us again. All right. I got another Chocobo mount for a friend subscribing for 90 days. Thank you, friend. Friend you introduced to Eorzea has retained their subscription for 30 days. Oh. I got a friendship circle and an etherite pendulum. Oh. This shard of etherite can be attuned to new adventurers, allowing for swift travel to their side in times of need. Okay, so I can use that and attune it to a friend. Or actually a new adventurer. So I don't know if that means it has to be a sprout or not. I don't know. Might look that up. There's a Final Fantasy XIV wiki. Okay. And you could just Google that. I think. Let me look at the name real quick. Okay, Final Fantasy XIV.consolegameswiki.com. Okay. There's another wiki out there that's really good too. And I use both of them, but the second one has a lot of ads on it that slow it down. So if I can't find the information on the Console Gamers wiki, I'll go to the other one. If I can't find it on either site, then I'm probably not going to find it. But Google is your friend. All right. Enclosed is a 4-piece set of advent attire. Never mind. Okay. This was, I think, pre-order for Endwalker? I don't know. Or it was bonus item, maybe, that I got for getting the collection on the Mog Station for the collector's edition items. This moving pumpkin is like really freaking me out. Alright. If you need your armor mended, you come to an independent arms mender. Very important to check your arms every now and then. Calamity Salvager. This is where you can spend adventure. You can spend like chocobo feathers, I think, might be in the recompense officer. Adventurers Guild has come into possession of property they believe was lost by adventurers on their travels. We know not how or why, but if you believe your satchel to be lighter than usual, perhaps one or more of your belongings made their way into our storage. Retrieve lost belts. Okay. Well, I don't have any. Purchase quest rewards or achievement rewards. Like, if you ever lose something, like you get an MSQ clothing item, and you will get them at various times in the expansions, and you accidentally delete it, or accidentally sell it, or deconstruct it, or whatever, you can buy it back from the Calamity Salvager. Okay, I think it's like 1,000 gil or something like that. Teal and spoils. Okay. Dream of the Faith exchange. I have no idea. That's probably something earlier. Gold Chocobo Feather exchange. I got 5 of them. These are dyes. Don't spend it on the Aetheryte tickets. Amber Draft Chocobo Whistle. You could get that. Managarm Horn. As a deadly moonhound Managarm. Meek as a newborn whelp. If I get 5 more gold once, I can get the Twintania Neuralink Key. A square of hardened resin-like material that, when tapped, summons Twintania, an ancient wyvern, enslaved by the Allagans several thousand summers past. I'm actually going to look up these. Pure white dye and jet black dye are the things you want to spend if you don't want to get any of these mounts. Don't waste it on the tickets. Don't waste it on any other dye. Pure white dye and jet black dye are the most expensive dyes in the game. If you don't want those mounts, like I said, save it for the dyes. Those 2 dyes. Save you a ton of gil on the market board. Okay. Oh, yeah, see. Silver Chocobo Feather Exchange. For level 50 gear, 60, 70, 80, 90. Save it for the level 90 gear. Okay. This is level 660 gear. That's the top for the 90. And, if I've got, how much? I've got 20 of them. So I can get 4 pieces of items. That's That's quite a bit. Okay, so I'm going to save them for that. All right, now if I want to use these, I can right-click it and equip, okay? But the Azema's earrings are even better. That's going to keep me increase XP earned by 30% when level 90 or below. That's huge. We're going to equip that one right now. Okay. And there, you'll see a character panel. Item level 560. Now these stats, it says the attributes and item level vary according to the class and job and current level when equipped. Okay, so it's going to scale up or down. All right. And you can see it, it made my item level, this is item level 3. Okay, so it's not adding very much to my item level right now. Now, if I want to use these whistles and keys, just right-click on them, use. Chocobo carriage whip. I'm going to click on these. Got a multi-seat mount. Alright. You've obtained a mount that accommodates additional passengers. After forming a party, the ride pillion option will be available when party members select you. So they have to select you, and then they right-click. And then they click ride pillion. Why is it named ride pillion? I don't know. I'd probably have to look up what a pillion is. Saddle up and roll out with your friends. So, my chocobo carriage can hold up to 4. Chocobo brush, that is... What is that? That's for Pictomancer arm. Kind of a cute little paintbrush. Okay. It's going to go in the armory chest for now. Orion horn. Death Scythe. Now you can right-click on it, try on. And then you can sheath and draw the weapon so you can see how it looks. Ooh. Got some glowing red light on there. That'd be kind of cool. Right. It's going to go in our armory for now. Because I don't have another place to store it. And I can't get access to the glamour chest yet. Leonhardt jacket. It's kind of cool looking. Place an armory chest. Place an armory chest. Pants. Actually, those look pretty good. Shoes look pretty good. They have a 2-channel die slot, so... place an armory chest. Ballroom etiquette. Improper greetings. Oh, I got 2 of these. Okay. Probably not going to let me use the second one. I learned the emote fist bump. So you can type slash fist bump. See what it looks like. Oh, it would help if I spelled it right. Oh, that's kind of cute. Tantalus vest. Wait. I had a pot leaf hanging off his neck at first. Wild Rose Cuirass. It's actually kind of cool looking. Try on the pants. Yeah, those pants look really, really strange. Griffin horn. Wind-up cane. Fantasia. Baron helm. What does that look like? Looks kind of ominous. I like to put my aetheryte. I think it's up there. Try on the strife vest. That's kind of cool. What do the pants look like? Little baggy, but, you know, probably goes with the outfit. Use that. Now you can teleport to the aetheryte nearest any friend whose online status is new adventure. Oh, okay. Okay. I wonder what skill that is. That might be useful to put on my hotbar. For skills? No. What skills? P? Extra. Main command. See, you can drag like all of these to the hotbar. Okay. It'll open up the menu. I don't want to do that. I think I've got mini guide on here somewhere. Yeah, emotes, mini guide, mount guide, way over to the side. Okay. Macros. You can do in-game macros. I really need to set some up. I don't have it set up yet. Stance. Unsheath your main arm. Orders are for your Chocobo companion, which we don't have right now. Okay. Traits, role, actions. Now teleport to the aetheryte nearest any friend whose online status is new adventure. I guess that can't be assigned to a hotbar. Okay. Make sure you put... This isn't on your bar by default. Make sure you put limit break on your bar somewhere. Okay. That's mostly used by melee DPS because on bosses, because melee DPS do the most damage. It's used by ranged and magic DPS in other situations. Yeah, you'll learn this as you go along. But even if you're playing a tank or a healer, there are times when you may need to use a limit break, so have it on your bar. It's not on there by default, I don't think. But you can see it here, you got lots of actions. You can drag all of these to your hotbars. Same with the role abilities. Abilities and spells are different, okay? Traits are things that, like, you know, buff your damage, right? That you get as you level up. Right. Guess I can't see it. Okay. Friendship circlet. I got 2 of these. I think I can only have 1, so I'm going to equip that. Because it gives me more XP. another 20%. When I'm level 25 or below. Level 25? Thought it was level 30. I guess not. I've already acquired the knowledge contained in that tome. Okay, so I'm going to discard it. Now, you can write discard. Or you can just drag it off, and it'll give you a pop-up window. Do you want to throw this away? Yeah. Recompense officer. This is for previous events, so you can get items. Obviously, this is a new tune that's never been to any other seasonal event, so she's not going to have anything for sale for me. Alright, we're gonna go pick up this girl's quest. Oh, Calcia. Calcia has advice for any adventurers headed to the missing member. The missing member. If you're looking for a place to wet your whistle, Scrag, I advise you to turn tail and run. Captain Rosswin's in no mood to be entertaining customers this eve, and even when she is, she ain't particularly good at it. Though maybe dealing with a customer's the sort of shite that might shake her from her doldrums. But if you mean to venture inside the missing member, you best remember to pay your proper respects to the captain, unless you ain't afraid of going missing. Kneeling before her would be a good start. Emotes. I'll give you a pop-up. When words are just not enough, emotes can be used to express your feelings towards a person or situation. First, highlight a target if necessary, then select social from the main menu, and then emotes. Finally, the selected emote from the list. In this case, select kneel after targeting Rosswin to complete the quest objective. Emotes can be set to your hotbars by simply dragging them from the emote interface. In addition to emotes, items and user macros can also be set to your hotbars. Okay. Oh, I got 6 minutes left on my XP buff for my boiled egg. I'm gonna eat another one. Missing member. Abroka. Captain Rosswin's led the sanguine sirens to the top of the food chain here in Limsa. You want to join the meanest crew of the sea? Then you'd best bloody your cutlass and thicken your hide. Now we select her by clicking on her, and you can actually go to the emote. I got emotes dragged down there, and you can click. We want to kneel, right? Can't even find it on here. These are all the emotes you can choose so far. You can actually search. Kneel. Okay. And you can left click on that. Oh, so he knows his place. Good. If only the Krakens had the same sense of propriety. Bastards keep seizing every Garlean ship before we can take a crack at him. 'Tis a sorry state of affairs when your crew's reduced to preying on the leavings of that mangy bunch of man-boys. Me younger self would be right disappointed to see how far we've fallen. Show Roswin that you are disappointed. Can't wait. Can't you see I'm wallowing in self-pity, Scrag? You couldn't possibly understand how disappointed I am in myself. Okay, so I still have her selected. You can also type it in chat. And if you ever want to know how it's spelled, you can look up here in your duty list where it will say that. Sometimes I think you can... I might click... Okay. That doesn't work. Show utter disappointment. Grovel at her feet. Nice. So you do know something of me pain, but your sympathy ain't worth more than a pint of piss. It's well and good we got the Admiral's permission to capture Garlean ships, but what's the use if you keep on getting beat to your prey? We build our reputation reeving right off the coast of Vilbrand, which is the island that you're on in Limsa, not sailing a dozen malms into the bleeding sea. The few Imperial dogs found in Lominsa territory get snatched by krakens hunting in open waters. I rallied me crew's spirits when I said we were reviving the old ways, but after all our struggles, they seem resigned to letting those bastards have all the fun. Okay, so we have to rally, so we're going to type /rally. Hit enter. I guess you rally somebody by doing some shadow boxing? I don't know. Huh? Trying to make light of me a dilemma? Don't push your luck, Scrag, or I'll gut you with a hook like a regular pirate. Wait. That's it. We're pirates, goddammit, so we should think like pirates. Ugger keeping Lominsan water safe, we'll raid supply shipments to the Garlean outpost along the coasts of Aldenard. It's so bleeding simple, I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Thank you for your unintended inspiration, Scrag, to think I'd almost had you fed to the sharks. Oh, thanks. Let's see what she says now. You won't find no mollycoddles or ministers in my crew, just real buccaneers who wouldn't know how to stand up for themselves. Far cry from Carvelane's band of dandies. Make no bones about it. Speaking of Carvelane, we need to go back and talk to him. Gather your meeting with the captain went well? I could hear her cackling all the way out here. Well, whatever you did, thank you for doing it. Last thing we needed was her going on another rampage. We're ruining deck swabs and leaving us with less meat. Tain't easy playing by the Admiral's rules, but if anybody can find a way, Captain Roswin can. If you're foolish enough to try, just watch your tongue around Captain Roswin. Last man that didn't, well, he's a member no more, if you catch me drift. Okay. I can't remember where we have to find Carvelane. I don't know that. Can't remember if we unlocked this Ethernet shard, so I'm going to be safe and go unlock it. Okay, we did. Carvelane is way up here, and we got a quest to complete up there, so let's go up to the Marauders Guild. Most folk think of Limsa Lominsa as the city of pirates, but a new era has ushered in a new breed of buccaneer. Are you interested in hearing more? What do you do here? I am General Aid and Mercantile Assistant to Carvelane, the captain of the Kraken's Arms. Kraken's Arms, in case you're not aware, constitute one of the 3 great pirate powers to be found in Limsa. Captain Carvelane himself is proficient in reading not only the currents of the ocean, but also in predicting an era's ebb and flow. The calamity and the destruction that followed Forced many a pirate into earlier retirement, but not our captain. He seized the fluttering reins of the spice trade and amassed a veritable fortune. It is my hope to learn at the foot of this master and one day become his indispensable right-hand man. Tell me about Limsa's pirates. City-state of Limsa was originally founded by the Sea Wolves, that most piratical of people hailing from the seas to the north. The nation rose from humble beginnings, building itself up into one of the 6 great cities of Eorzean. How was that accomplished, you might ask? Why, on a treasury filled by a folk that never relinquished its penchant for looting and pillaging. Although Limsa's population grew larger and even more diverse as immigrants drifted in and from across the seas, piracy remained the mainstay of its industry. Thus did the city become known as a haven for brigands and bandits of all kinds. Tell me about the Admiral's pirate initiatives. As a citadel of scoundrels, Limsa Lominsa was held in low regard by the other cities of the realm. And while such perspectives may have proven irrelevant in former ages, when conflict between the nations was commonplace, this new era demanded that Eorzeans band together or perish. Thus it was that Admiral Merowib outlawed piracy and put out a call for all citizens of Limsa, pirate or not, to present a united front to their enemies. A pact known as the Galadion Accord was signed, and the nation went to war against the Empire. As a part of this agreement, 3 great pirate powers, the Bloody Executioners, Sanguine Sirens, and Kraken's Arms, were issued leave to raid the vessels of the Garleans. Alright. There's Carvalane. Greetings, friend, and welcome to the 7th Sage, purveyors of the finest spices from the East. All of our products are guaranteed obtained through completely legal means. Oh, you do not seek spices, but employment? Well, then let us speak of how you might be of service to our organization. Our Misery returned from her latest voyage bearing exotic spices never before seen in Eorzea. I have prepared 2 samples, each of which I would have you deliver to certain individuals. The first is for Grenade, or Janaid, I'm not sure which, whom you will find at the Coral Tower. The second is for Master Lingsath, head chef of the Bismarck, and do make certain the right person gets the right set. And go now and return here once you have accomplished the task. Does he have anything else to say? Limsa is a place where a man's work and wits determine his worth, where an orphan can pull himself up by his bootstraps to one day lead the Kraken's arms. If my family hadn't been murdered at sea, I'd have no doubt followed my fortune-telling father into a life of divination. Fate is a funny thing. The worst thing ever to happen to me was also the best. Alright, let's go deliver this, let's deliver this to Grenade. Sample of spice courtesy of the 7th Sage, you say? There's no mistake. This is fire sand and the kind used by Garleans beside. Quite intriguing. Very well, we'll consider placing an order. Oh, you thought that you had brought me spice? I see you're not familiar with Carvalane-isms. For the sake of convenience, he uses the word spice to refer to literally anything he has procured on the high seas. Lest you worry, the man isn't engaged in any activity that is considered piracy. Far from it. Think of him as a trader. A heavily armed one who represents Lominsan interests in eastern lands. Okay. I could run over to the Culinary Guild, but why not take the Ethernet? Here's for Letitia. Tax evaders among our patrons, you say. Goodness me. I dare say this will put an end to their appetite this is the best interest of the city-state. If any of the merchants named in this ledger come to dine with us, I shall see that Melvin's gate is notified without delay. I could get the ether, but the potions are way more useful. Okay. Letitia needs someone to report a bilking patron. We spare no effort to ensure that all our patrons enjoy the finest food and hospitality, so it is doubly hurtful when someone decides to leave without settling the bill. Well, that's not very nice. Naria Belago, first-time patron, just did that. Shumo's the one who lovingly prepared the man's meal. She's quite upset by the whole affair and has taken it upon herself to draw an illustration of the offender. Might I trouble you to deliver it to the Yellow Jackets on her behalf? Sushmo should be done adding the finishing touches by now. Where's our Sushmo? Okay. Oh. Aha. I poured my heart and soul into that grilled dodo. If I ever get my hands on that scoundrel, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Grimm's fairy tale kind of view on things there. Here it is, my rendition of the criminal. Please deliver it to Godbert at Coral Tower. He will know what to do. New sample from the Seventh Sage? Alright, let's have a whiff of it then. Ain't smelled nothing like it before. Notice what came with it says it's a root that grows on Othard. Last I heard, Othard was under Imperial rule. How the 7Ls did Carvalane manage to get hold of this? Any road, I reckon I can cook up something fresh and new with it. Thanks for the delivery, friend. Alright. Okay, we gotta go back to up there, so go back to the Marauders Guild. Finish that off. I learned the skill Physic. Okay. Bilker at the Bismarck, and you have an artist's rendition of the man? Yes, yes we do. What in Seven Hills is this supposed to be? It looks more like a prow of a ship than a man's face. Look, we would like nothing more than to bring the offender to justice. 'Tis our duty, after all. However, we'll need a little bit more to go on than this piece of, art. The easiest for all involved if Sushmo were to come here and answer some questions. Please relay to her as much. Come back to the Culinarian Guild. Ah, so you've spoken with Godbert. Within the bell, the Yellow Jackets will have that swindling scoundrel locked in the dungeon cell, and then I'll take my filleting knife and... Huh? Godbert wants me to go to the Coral Tower for questioning? What more information does he need that my drawing doesn't already provide? Isn't a picture supposed to paint 1,000 words? I'm looking at the map. I need to get over to this Seventh Sage, and kind of showed me where I was at, so this will make it a little faster. Nope, I didn't go far enough. Okay. Welcome back. It seemed both samples were rather well received, and this is in no small part due to our affable courier. 'Tis unfortunate, but notoriety accumulated over the course of years does not fade overnight. There are still many who are hesitant to do business with savage pirates. Yet the old days of piracy have passed, giving way to a new wave of opportunity. My crew and I have decided to embrace this wave. With the Admiral's blessing, we engage in a form of trade with Garlean ships. Everything we do, you may rest assured, is within the law. Bulwark Hall, that is by... I want to go down to there. So I'm going to take my Aetheryte. You see, you can click on there and Limsa lower decks there. Sorry. Sweet Nick's rosy cheeks. Uplander delivered letter to Gate of Melvane. Uplander has wide heart and swift legs. Tax Lady Ptaja is kind of backwards for Sweet Nick's. Sweet Nick's has outflow of joy for Tax Lady Ptaja. Sweet Nick's is happy gobby. Gives Uplander dingly shine. I'm never gonna learn goblin speak. See, we have some completions and stuff over here to do. Now we gotta talk to Baderon. Okay. Where are the dutiful sisters? Ah, okay. Well, we gotta go down that way anyway, eventually. Welcome to Limsa. If there's aught you would like to know, feel free to... You got something for me, you say? Missing persons list. I'm not sure I follow. Thanks for bringing the list. I'll be sure to memorize these names. If any of the missing persons reappear, you can count on me to spot them. Most folk enter the gate via the Zephyr Drift, which means they must pass through Bulwark Hall. That's why I'm on constant watch here, undercover, so as to keep an eye out for suspicious activity. I've been doing this for so long, I've become a pretty good judge of character. If there's shady characters skulking about, you can rest assured I can pick them out. Achievements, oh. I earned achievement Storyteller 1. You can click on that in your chat, actually. Complete 10 unique quests. Okay, I got 5 achievement points. They're earned by reaching certain milestones during your adventures. There are achievements for just about everything, from leveling classes and uncovering locations to defeating enemies or earning guild. There are also achievements. Rewards granted upon obtaining certain achievements. Some of these include rare weapons, armor, titles. They can be added to your display name to showcase your greatness. You can view requirements for unlocking certain achievements or redeem achievement rewards from the achievements menu in the main menu. Tomo needs help keeping the city a bright and cheery place. Sounds like you're already in the Yellow Jacket's good graces. You truly are a model adventurer, a paragon among your fellows. Do you think you could do me a favor? You see, I'm supposed to go and fill up all these street lamps with oil so they stay lit through the night, but thanks to this business of missing people, I can't simply up and leave my post. If you could tend to the street lamps in my stead, I would be eternally grateful. Oh, and when you're finished, please fetch more oil from Sissipu in the Fisherman's Guild. We're running low here, and she has care of our stores. Key items. You can be used on the target by first right-clicking on the target, then right-clicking the appropriate icon from the key items window and selecting Use. There was somebody over here we had to talk to. Bismarck wants fresh lamb, does it? Gods, I could do with a slice myself, fresh off the grill and dripping in its own juices. Sorry, friend, I haven't had a single bite to eat since my shift began. Any road, you can get lamb easily enough by hunting the lambs that graze outside the city. Go through the Zephyr Gate and follow the path east and down south for a bit. You'll run into the fluffy and tasty critters before long. Okay, I don't want to do that quite yet. Oh, and here, I'm just going to come out here so you can see this. Here's a chocobo keep. You can rent a chocobo when you get high enough. You must forgive me, but I'm afraid my superiors would deem it inappropriate if I granted someone so obviously and painfully new to adventuring leave to take the stable's birds out beyond the city walls without proper supervision. They're available for renting upon attaining level 10 in any class. Chocobo Porter, if you came looking to hire a porter, I am afraid I must disappoint you. Our birds are very fickle creatures and tend to become agitated around those with a certain lack of demeanor. Return once you have proven you can handle yourself, and I will personally see that you are assigned our best bird. And they become available for hire at level 10. Okay. Anytime you're in a new town or city, usually where there's an etherite, there's also a chocobo porter. You might go click on them and unlock it. It'll save you a ton of running around. It's cheaper sometimes to hire a porter than it is to teleport. Although teleporting is always faster. So we're going to right click on the street lamp, use guttering street lamp. Now it's not guttering. It's going to take us in a direction we want to go anyway, so it's perfect. We're a warrior of light, lighting street lamps. Such is the fate of a level 1 adventurer. Target not in range, I'm like standing right at it. Papa Cat Gamer is here. No. That just sounds wrong. Daddy Dog Gamer. He wants to be Daddy Dog Gamer. I can see all sorts of wrong things being said about that. Big Dog Gamer. Maybe I gotta back up. I mean, what if I were a Lalafell? Like, I wouldn't be able to reach it. Oh. Okay. Let me show you something. I'm not too keen on having this feather thing sticking out of my head. So, you can come to your character panel. And you see this button down here, hide display headgear. Yeah, we're going to hide that. Because it looks silly. Alright. I've attuned myself to the Ethernet chair, all of them. Limsa, Zephyr Gate, Tempest Gate, Airship Landing now accessible as destinations. Alright, good. Airship landing will become important later on. You're doing what? What am I to do with that girl? She has the nerve to ask me for work, twaddling like tripe about her savings, only to foist it on the first adventurer that comes along. Being young and pretty does not give you a license to shirk responsibility. I shall get her oil, all right, and peace of my mind to boot. Wants to order a new fishing boat. Calamity really knocked the wind out from the fishing industry's sails, but fisherfolk are starting to return to the seas once more. It's past time I did the same. But before I can put out to sea again, I need to have a new boat built. Our guild has always commissioned Naldik and Vimelis for its crafts, but they are beastly busy these days. If you want for something to do, mayhap you can run over to the Armorers Guild and consult with Forge Master Hananza in my stead. I would know how long we might expect to have to wait. See if there's anything else down. This ferry you'll use later. Dutiful Sisters of the Edelweiss, Rogues Guild. Aye, this is the Dutiful Sisters of the Edelweiss, house of deep reflection and meditation. Sure. So unless you have proper business with us, you can kindly bugger off. Okay. What's this then? A parcel from the Bruguier Consortium, eh? Let's have a peek inside. Ooh, walnut bread and ginger cookies. And a few of them Bismarck finger sandwiches, too. Them consortium gulls know the right way to show appreciation. Some of them sisters have unholy appetites, so I'd best save a few bites for myself before I take these inside. You let Janashim know we're always here should her boss have need of us again. I'm gonna go to Middle Lenosia. Lower Lenosia. Lower Lenosia. Lower Lenosia. Okay. Go to the main aetheryte, turn this in. You delivered the packages I requested. Very good. I shall pass on the sister's sentiments to my superior. What manner of services do the dutiful sisters provide? That's a loaded question. Continue your stay in Limsa Lominsa and you'll likely find out soon enough. In fact, if you're confident in your abilities and comfortable with the unconventional, you might wish to approach them yourself. Okay. Let's go up to the App Castle. Already registered. Okay. Within. It's true that a powerful rivalry exists betwixt armors and smithies. It's not a contest born of spite. Guilds will soon lay aside our differences to work together on a large commission, such as, say, a warship. That's not to say there isn't the occasional squabble, of course. I've been thinking much about ships these past days, and I don't believe Limsa would be a nation she is now without him. Could you imagine now how that would affect vision, trade, naval defense? All these vessels constructed by skilled armorers and smithies, so if you think of Limsa as a ship, you might consider these artisans to be the sturdy keel on which the rest of the city is built. New boat for the Fisherman's Guild? I'm afraid now isn't the best time. You see, we've recently taken on a commission for a galleon. The task alone has our hands full. Look, I will see what I can do. The Fisherman's Guild has long been one of our best clients, and I would be loath to disappoint Sisyphus. It may yet take a while, but I shall endeavor to have her boat ready in a timely fashion. Let's take some more of these potions. Ooh, nice. It is a simple yet profitable task. This will give us a level 5 piece of gear. Use that. Are you in need of some trifling tasks to pass the time? Well, sure. We're level 5. Why not? Then I have just the job for you. Baderon is offering a reward to any adventurer who slays at least 5 warfriends. There's no shortage of the pests lurking outside the Tempest Gate, so you should hurry and take advantage of this opportunity. I had a feeling I'd have to go back out there, kill some more stuff. That's a nice little cutscene there. There you are, Gav. Enjoying your jaunt around the city, did we? If you mean to base yourself in Limsa, that won't be the last time you'll visit them 3 places. And now you've got some idea of what's where, you can start exploring the rest of the town. Uh-oh. Maybe we should have come back sooner. You've shown a good ear for listening, lad. Stick with old Baderon, and you'll go far. Oh, thanks, Baderon. Right. He wants us to lend a hand at Summerford Farms. Okay. Still in Limsa, are you, Gav? How'd you fancy a trip outside the city walls? I'd like you to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Ever heard of the place? The owner, Stalewim, is an old mate of mine. He's got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirates types, if you can believe that, and he's been trying to bring a bit of life back to the fields after the calamity ruined the soil. He mentioned needing another hand or two, and your name sprang to mind. I'll give you a glowing recommendation, so make sure you work hard and impress the old bastard. You need directions? The place ain't hard to find. Just take the Zephyr Gate out of the city and follow the road northeast. Oh, but wait, there's more things for us to do. Any of this information that, unlike last time, is sure to be of interest to you. Unlike last time. Oh, you've returned. I hope you do not harbor any ill will towards me for my earlier deception. You see, I believe the most important lesson for a green adventurer to learn is that he should always question the motives of everyone he meets. If I have given offense, allow me to make it up to you with some advice. Tell me, have you visited the eyes outside the Tempest Gate past Madman Bridge? Sentries stationed there keep watch over the road, and when trouble rises, sometimes turn to outside help. If you wish to make a name for yourself as a trusty adventurer, you should speak with Ancreta at the Eyes and offer your assistance. Alright, she has something. Sojibi needs your help to prepare a treat for Baderon. These days, poor Baderon's so busy looking after others, he hasn't been able to look after himself. He deserves something for his efforts. Whenever he's in his cups and starts speaking of the old days, he never fails to mention Aurelier. Seems he and his mates used to eat the creatures on occasion. It's obvious he still has fond memories of that life, and I'm thinking a few Aurelia umbrellas might be something he'd appreciate. Could you help me by procuring 4 of them? If you're willing to help, speak with Clindrail by the F Castle. She knows where various wild beasts congregate. Good thing I didn't go out there yet, because I'd have to go make an extra trip. Baderon actually likes Aurelian umbrellas? Gods, I've never even considered trying to eat one of those foul things. Nevertheless, if it's Aurelia you seek, you ought to find plenty by the river just past Tempest Gate to the east. Okay. I'm gonna go to speak to the Arcanist Guild. Oh, I have to go slay things. Okay. Go to Lower Lenosia. We can go out Tempest Gate. Okay, I gotta summon my carbuncle. Click on a right-click on a target to switch to active mode. Ready auto attack. Approach and face the target to start the battle. 2 rotating arrows will appear over the target you are currently attacking. Various actions such as spells and weapon skills can be performed by clicking the icons located in the hotbar on the bottom of your screen. These actions can also be initiated using the shortcut keys indicated in the upper left corner of each icon. So, like, I've got these attached to hotkeys, like F10, M4, you know, Alt 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Most actions require magic points to execute, in addition to having that's for spellcasters. Although they might be called the same thing for ranged DPS or other non-magic DPS. In addition to having recast timers of various links, detailed information on an action can be viewed by mousing over its icon. So if you ever want to know what something does, you can mouse over it. That'll tell you what it does. Disciples of Magic and Disciples of War, who specialize in range attacks, such as archers, are best suited fighting their targets from a distance. The range radius of an action can also be confirmed in the help window. Alright, so we gotta kill a bunch of stuff out here. Let's go in. You'll notice there is a white icon by the name. That means you could walk right up to him and say hello, not bother him. They're not gonna attack you. So I'm gonna back up a little bit. Kill rats. No. I was gonna say you could look in your... Sometimes you can look in your chat, see how many you've slain. In the event multiple solo players attack the same target, the player who attacks first will always receive 100% of the XP and items dropped. The player who followed will be rewarded based on the contribution to the battle. If you see a fellow player in need of a hand, do not hesitate to lend yours. Well, that's cool. Finding items. An item you've equipped is now bound to you, can no longer be traded or put up for sale in the markets. Most items can be sold and traded freely before they are used in battle, trading or crafting or gathering. This is true regardless of whether or not they have been equipped. However, performing one of these 3 actions after equipping a new piece of gear, battling, crafting, or gathering, will bind them to you, preventing future trade or sale to other players. NPC shops will still purchase bound items. Ooh, I just got a carbuncle. Okay. Summon. Oh, I got Ruby Ruin. See how the little ladybug does not have a Q over its head. Okay. It means we don't need any more of them. A fate. Let's go do a fate. Fate system. Fate is short for full active time event. These public events occur periodically in real time around Eorzean. You can tell because they got this purple thing up in the map. Anyone can participate by simply showing up before one ends. When you sense a fate nearby, a message will appear on your screen and the location will be displayed on the maps. Type of fate in progress can be identified by its map icon. Mousing over the icon will display the fate title. You will automatically join a fate the moment you cross the event threshold. At this time, the fate title, objectives, and time remaining will appear in your duty list. If you are several levels higher than the recommended level, a level sync button will appear in your duty list. Press the button to automatically lower your level so that you may participate and receive awards. That prevents the level 100 from coming in here and just, mowing all over everything. Oh, it's about 20% done. There must be somebody else here. Oh! Okay, we want out of that. Okay. Being yoinked all over the place. Scared me. Window pops up detailing your reward will be displayed. Rewards are distributed to all event participants and are based not only on success but on individual contributions. The more active you are in completing event objectives, the greater your contribution will be deemed. Contribution is indicated via the gold, silver, or bronze medal that appears on your reward window. Alright. Now we need these Aurelias. Didn't mean to hit the ladybug. I don't think we're going to take on a level 12 character. That would be a little much. We had to go talk to Ancreta. You say someone told you to come for me for work, lad. I'm afraid you've been had. We're known to hire adventurers, 'tis true, but we always go through the Adventurers Guild. Even if you wanted to assign you duties, Yellow Jacket regulations prohibit me from doing so directly. Now, if you don't mind working in an unofficial capacity, I have a personal request I could make of you. There you go, that's how you do it. See up top, it says Disciple of War, right below item level. It's in red, means I can't equip it. All classes, that's what I want, hempen tights. Okay. Alright. Now, you can always right click on something, do item comparison, and you can see that it's better than what I got on now, so I'm going to equip that one. Okay. Creta, sentry at the eyes, solicits assistance. Igrandas, head of the Red Rooster Stead, Anaox his name. He asked me to bring him river toad livers, but the mere thought of pulling slimy livers out of slimy frogs give me the shivers. Maybe you'd care to fetch a liver or 3 for me? You can get him by slaying the river toads that dwell around the eyes. Well, let's go kill some river toads there. Probably gonna yoink us in there too. We'll go back to Ancreta. Get rid of the liver toads. You're a lifesaver, Venture. Now I'd take these livers to Grand Dame myself, but I just can't up and leave me post, not to mention the mere sight of those slimy things makes my stomach churn. Would you mind doing the delivering in me stead? Find old Antioch at the Red Rooster Stead, and you can turn those river toad livers to gill. Pretty sure we have to go out there that way anyway. Okay, so passing by these wild dodos, I can see they're not going to attack me. Same with the wind sprites. See this icon by this Barbastel? That's level 50, and that's an overland or world boss type. Certainly would not want to attack at this level. Alright, Chocobo Keep. If you came looking to hire a Chocobo Porter, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. Birds are very fickle, yada yada. Cohen. There's information that may interest wealthy adventurers, which I'm not. Mind looking into something for me, adventurer? Maybe of interest to you, in fact. Told that plots within Mist are to be auctioned off. You me hells, even a 12 damn wandering minstrel could purchase their own piece of Lanosia. Upon that plot of land, you'd be free to build a house for your neighbors. You can't tell me that thought isn't at least slightly appealing, can you? It is a bit surprising that the Thalassocracy had the time and resources to prepare such an area. What with the kobolds and primals causing all manner of trouble. But who am I to judge the priorities of politicians, much less pirates, eh? Besides, I'd like nothing more than to own me own home. I've yet to verify the truth of the tale just yet, though. If you've no objections to taking a detour from your adventures, why not head towards the gate in the Mist and see if there's a Maelstrom representative who can confirm or deny these land auctions? Sure, why not? Swear this is the last time I send that granddaughter of mine to fetch river toad livers. Why, these are the livers I asked for. I should have known better. Ancreta has been dainty since she was a wee lass. I regret any trouble we've caused you. I heard that the New Worlders use fish livers as fertilizer, and so I thought I would give toad livers a try. Farmer can't be afraid to try new things. Nay, he must grow his knowledge as he grows his crops. That's how this farm grew to be what it is. You'd do well to stick around and see. Oh, leveled up again. I've learned a roll action. Roll actions are learned in the same manner as class actions via leveling, but only need to be learned once to be able to use them with all participating classes within a roll. Okay. The roll section has been added to actions and traits under the character in the main menu. Selecting it will display the roll actions you have learned. Okay, let's see what we learned. Oh. Add. Lowers target's physical damage dealt by 5% and magic damage dealt by 10. Well, that could be it. So. It's always better to mitigate damage than heal it. It's got some quests here, but I am actually going to leave those be for the time being. You could purchase stuff. I don't want to do that when I'm going to get quest rewards for them. So the nice thing here is, if you have fall damage, you don't die. You can go to 1. You might go to 1 hit point, and then, And then if something attacks you, you're going to die. But no matter how high a fall you get, you never die from it. Rogan Lona? What is it? Venture? Yeah, yes, the auctions. By order of the Admiral herself, mist and all plots within are to be sold exclusively to adventurers so as to encourage their migration to Limsa. Why only adventurers, you ask? Practical necessity, really. Limsa is in dire need of fresh blood, capable, courageous adventurers who will fight her foes and protect her interests. Those who build a home here will have that much more incentive to aid us. As for what manner of place Mist is, I think it best that you journey there and see it for yourself. Please direct any questions you might have to the recruit station just past the entrance. To proceed with the quest, you can visit any residential ward. Housing. Every nation has a residential district. You can purchase a base for your activities. It's divided into wards. They house 60 plots of land apiece. You can purchase a plot. Free companies may jointly purchase plots. You can also purchase a room in the apartment, which is the easiest way. Estate halls and apartments can be customized. So basically you can decorate it. And more information on housing can be had by speaking with the resident caretaker stationed at each district. Let's go to, doesn't matter where we go. We'll go to the first one. Gotta have the cats in bikinis, of course. And the nice thing is I don't have to unlock all the Ethernet shards in here. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome to the Mist. Lemons sent you, you say. That's unfortunate. All Lemonsans are barred from participating in the actions, you see, on account of the fact that they're, well, Lemonsan, Admiral's decree. If you find the area to your liking, though, consider speaking with the resident caretaker. She can guide you through the process of purchasing a plot for yourself. Okay, so we gotta go back to where we came. Okay. Let's go back out the way we came. Purpose of luring adventurers to Limsa. That's unfortunate, but it does explain a great deal. Looks like my dream of owning my own home will have to wait a little longer, but don't you worry about me, my day will come soon enough. And I can now teleport to the Ethernet, or residential district. Nice. I am pretty sure I'm going to have to come up here again, so... I believe I'm going to port back to Limsa. I want to talk to... Ubergeim. The Arcanist Guild, so let's go there. Let's see what she has to say for us. See, the creatures beyond the city walls pose you little threat. It's with great pleasure then that I formally recognize your initiation into the guild. From this day forth, you may proudly bear the title of Arcanist. I suggest you continue your forays into the wilderness and keep the pages of your grimoire turning. There is no finer teacher than the harsh mistress of experience. To commemorate this occasion, I gift you with this hunting log. The enemies marked within its pages have been specifically chosen to challenge your abilities in Arcanima. When you devise a new strategy or tactic, you now have a ready source of opponents on which to test it. When you feel you can command Carbuncle as easily as you might move your own limbs, return to me for further instruction. I will be waiting. Okay, next Arcanist quest is available upon reaching level 5. We're already there. Now we got a hunting log. Now this is super handy for experience points. So I highly recommend you do these. Okay? Hunting logs, record of your completion of tasks. You need to basically slay things. You'll earn rewards, unlock new challenges. Once the log is open, select a class and difficulty to view the available challenges for that rank. So let's do that. Okay. Each challenge is marked with a class name and number such as Lancer 01. Below that name and number, you may find the target as well as how many you have to kill. Hovering over the target name will display one of the areas in which the target can be located. So it says Little Ladybug, Middle Lanosia, Lost Lamb, Wind Sprite, Lower Lanosia, Cedarwood. Okay. Targets indicated in your hunting log will have a special icon above their display name, making it easier to locate the creatures. They look like a little double crescent moon. Acting Guildmaster Ubergeim wishes to assess the improvement of her Arcanima skills. Ah, Gav, isn't it? Are you eating well? An empty stomach distracts the mind and leads to hurried judgment. I must remind my Arcanists to take meals, as so ensconced do they become in their studies. Speaking of such, have you been practicing your tactics with Carbuncle? I believe it is time to assess the improvement of your skills. As with your previous trial, I will have you defeat foes in Lower Lanosia, 3 wild dodos and 3 tiny mandragoras to be precise. Watch carefully the behavior of your opponents, formulate an effective strategy, and utilize your arcane entity to its fullest potential. I expect you back in time for dinner. Okay. And I see my food buff ran out. Seeing if I had any, new gear to put on, but I don't. Glory days. Doge B said an adventurer might be dropping by to deliver something special. That you, lad? Oh, here's some Aurelia umbrellas. Oh, Ells, lad, you didn't have to go to all the trouble. This goddamn smell. I've hated Aurelia umbrellas since I was a sellsword. It is only the nastiest shite I've ever put in me mouth. We tried sprinkling it with salt and cooking it over the campfire, but 'twas still a little better than chewing on driftwood. Try it for yourself, lad. You'll see what I mean. Actually, no. I really don't want to try it. Thank you very much. So you slew a few rats. Good on you, lad. This bloke comes through the other day and flops his huge sack the size of a bleeding gobu on the counter, saying any man that slays rats can have something from within. When I inquire as to why, all he says is the damn noise they make when scurrying about is driving him insane. He asked me, though. He was already a bit touched. Something tells me the poor lad will never find peace. Alright. Can't wear that one eye patch, so... I mean, you could take the Allegan tin pieces, but we actually need this gear. I'm going to equip all that. Actually, I'm going to leave on... I'm going to leave on the friendship circlet. Okay, your set list. I already have this set up, so... So Arcanist showed up here, so we're going to reassign gear. Anytime you update your gear, you can reassign it. So that when you... And then you can come here and switch gear anytime you want. Just equip the set if you have it. Let's see, where do we gotta... I'm gonna slay those lambs. Actually, I'm gonna go to the what's in the box. No, I'm gonna slay the lambs. Okay. Gotta go to middle notes, yeah. Oh, let's see, we've got... It's from our hunting log, okay? Let's do the fate. I gotta kill these anyway. Don't be afraid to run away if you get in over your head. Keep in mind this place here. You'll come back to it eventually. What we're doing is, going up to Summerford Farms. Alright. And it's a bit of running around, you know. Kind of an MMO thing when you're at lower level. A bunch of these little quests where you get to the big cool stuff. Anamar. No work ethic in these washed up lackeys, too busy living in the past to make a difference in the present. Hope they'd put that pirate muscle to good use out in the fields, but I failed to reckon on their loafing pirate bones. Alright, now this has an etherite, so we are going to right-click on it right away. So now we've learned teleport. Can now travel instantly between etherites. Unlike other spells, teleport does not require MP. Instead uses a type of naturally regenerating spiritual enemy energy. Small fee of gil, however, must be paid to the keepers of the etherite, so that they can maintain the crystals and defend them against those who would see them destroyed. Fee varies. Registering etherite as a favored destination will reduce the amount of gil required to travel. Alright, I'm going to actually set this as a favorite because I think we're going to come back to her. You can always change it. Ah, you must be the adventurer Baderon promised to send along. Gav Tia, wasn't it? You honored his word, and so that's a good start. I'm Stalewern. The old bastard, as Baderon likely to describe me, and this here's my humble orchard. Good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas, and if you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for a ship, like it did so many others, and I was sore wounded into the bargain. And to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Murroweb's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers working the field seemed too fine an offer to refuse. Well, it turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took tend to the soil, you see. But unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train him have been wringing their hands in black despair with so much work piling up. I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. Alright, we can't equip that, so we're going to take this one. Alright. Stalewern, owner of Summerford Farms, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge your readiness for the tasks he has in mind. I mind to set you a task, Tia, but before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand? It might well be that the ones here have traded in their cutlasses for coulters, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. Okay, equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet, left side basically. And with gear of item level 5 or greater, and speak with Stalewern. Gear. You can equip, view, and remove gear by either selecting character or pressing C on your keyboard. To equip an item, first select the desired slot. It'll open your armory chest, in which you can select the item you wish to equip. Finally, from the sub-command menu, select Equip to put on the gear. Well, hi, pussycat. My little calico wants attention. She won't jump in my lap. I'm going to leave some of these for later time. All right. Let's go back. You see, I've got my security token one, so I can travel to there for free. Go play wild dodos down in lower Lenosia. A nice quick way to travel. Oh, looks like we got a fate here. You're 6 or more levels above the recommended fate. Alright. We're gonna hit level sync. Sync to level 8. When you're level synced, not only personal attributes, but the attributes of your gear automatically be lowered to meet the requirements. Once the duty ends, everything is restored to a original state. Experience earned while level synced is based off sync level, not current level. However, it will be added to the progress with a ladder. Okay. I forgot to tell you about your BR. If she has a sister. You can tell this is a Japanese MMO and not an American one. That's all the comments they say. You know, boys in the US get slapped for. Alright, here's our dodos. Oh, here's Wind Sprite. Ah, now I get the choke. Keep. Do not tell me this is your first visit to the stop. I shall update my register with your name. Orders. Can be hired to carry you quickly. Cannot control the birds. They will not stop until they arrive at their destination. Orders are trained to take the safest route, meaning they will never be attacked while in transit. Okay. So I could take that for 15 gil, 2 minutes. Or I can travel over there for free, instantaneously. Let's go to the Arcanist Guild. Welcome back, Av. Appears your coordination with Carbuncle is progressing at a satisfactory pace. Shall we test your growing acumen with a more practical exam? Work at Melvin's Gate requires us to inspect and record the contents of incoming cargo. Simulate such a task. I've had several crates transported to the cliffs south of Zephyr Gate. I want you to examine those crates, then return the inspected cargo here to me. You would be surprised at the depths to which some merchants will sink to deter our customs agents in performing thorough investigations. False bottoms, rotting foodstuffs, flesh-eating vilekin. I suggest you be prepared for any eventuality. Hey, thanks. Alright, that's up by the... Oh, we can take the Culinarians Guild there. What do you mean, wait? I see 3 open tables. Yet, any luck obtaining the fresh lamb? Please hurry, the guests are arriving any moment now. 4 slices of fresh lamb and right in the nick of time. Thank you ever so much. Just times like these, I feel fulfilled in my role. I used to be a chef myself, you see, but my skills weren't quite up to par. So when the Bismarck expanded operations, I asked to be made its provisioner instead. This way, I could still be part of the business in spite of my shortcomings. Alright, let's take the leather light mitts. I mean, I could buy them at the vendor, but, you know, getting them as quest reward, so why not? What do we all got on? 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. So we got a full set of gear now. Gonna go out to Zephyr Gate. Practice crates. I'm always nervous when I see smoky stuff coming out of something. Oh, there you go. I didn't mean to attack the wharf rat. Okay. or reading a book in the middle of enemies. I am not a threat. Pray ignore my presence for the present and allow me a moment to cogitate. This is a butt ugly outfit. The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters, but I must admit I did not expect so proficient a performance against the enemies set against you. Yet, effective though your tactics were, I spied much room for improvement. As I watched you battle, the wheels of my mind whirled into motion, as they are wont to do, inventing other possible strategies you might have employed. Like, really? Okay. Let's see. Taking into account your current level of ability, factoring in the etheric constant, multiplying by the number of opponents, then applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear. My calculations indicate failure upon encountering threat level 9,785. Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. Here, okay. Though the opportune window to do so has passed, I would nevertheless introduce myself. I am Klehia, the Melven's Gate Assessor. Acting Guildmaster, Thubergeim elected me to oversee your training and provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of Arcanima. She's got a cute hairstyle. From what I have observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp of the fundamentals. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail regarding your choice of arcane geometries. What factor most influences your actions during battle? Desire to outwit an enemy, potential for amusement, I simply do what feels right. I'm a cat. I'm going to go for potential for amusement. Just as I predicted, and now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. The probability of you becoming an Arcanist of note is 90%, give or take a 0.5%. Yes, the certainty is quite high. After all, I only know of one other practitioner who responded to my question in the same manner. It was the man who bestowed upon me this grimoire, the Guildmaster himself. While our inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you've heard, on an indefinite leave of absence, did leave us with his most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. No matter how gifted you and I might be, however, the instantaneous manipulation of reality that might cause us to suddenly become mighty Arcanists is beyond our present abilities. Discipline and experience is the finest strategy in this case. I suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with Carbuncle. Mastery with an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of Arcanima. Here ends our lesson for today. Pray return directly to the guild. I believe Mistress Thubergeim is awaiting some inspected cargo. And what of myself? I'm off to the fields, of course. The tactics I reasoned out earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is all well and good, but there is no substitute for actual combat. We will meet again soon. Okay, that was weird. Ta-ta. Let's present ourselves to Stawain. Just quick travel over there because I don't feel like running. I gotta put that headpiece on. Now, here's something you could do. Recommended gear, right? The recommended gear actually, this is a level 1 circlet, right? So the hempen hat is recommended. And I don't have a ring in there, so it says Ring of Freedom, so let's equip that. Staleworn. Let's have a look at you, shall we? Oh, as long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you to the sharks. Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. Erstwhile buccaneers are an ordinary lot. They rage in love for the sea and care little for the laws of the land, but they respect strength. And by the looks of you, I say you'll have little trouble getting their attention. Alright, I'm actually going to take this war axe, because I might make a marauder later. No, I'll take the bronze piece. There you go. Level up. Ah, Tia, the aura of confidence tells me you've not been idle since last we met. I hope I've read you right, for I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Good to hear, then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You'll have heard rumors of the abductions. Aye, citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa as if plucked from the face of Heidelin, roots and all, by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen, but it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with azure-tattooed faces have been creeping up to the edges of the field and spying on me yeomen. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best of times, but the farm hands are convinced that they're the kidnappers of rumor. Come for their hides. Needless to say, they're beside themselves with worry and their work suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get them to leave the farmhouse of a morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? My guess is we probably don't have a no option. See, we nod. Nod yes. Good lad. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner this place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look around Seasong Grotto. If reports are to be believed, our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful though, Tia. I wouldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here. If they are the kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, all right? All right, we're gonna report to Ubergeim at the Arcanist Guild now. I want to level that up before I do anything else. Go to the Arcanist Guild. Talk to Guildmaster again. Ah, Gav, have you returned with the cargo? Yes. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Relatively clear of blood and other gore. Could be something of a problem in our profession, you understand. It's a problem in any profession, I think. Also had word from Lahia regarding your performance. She seemed eager to continue your training. An odd lass, I'll admit, but the guild can boast no finer mind for tactics. You would do well to heed the instruction she offers, particularly that which touches on the diligent approach to our art. Did you perhaps notice the battered tome Lahia carries? That initiate's grimoire has served her from the day she entered the guild. She has her reasons, but it's admittedly strange to see it kept all the way to her present position as Foreseer. I fear such an intense focus on Arcanima has led her to overlook other important aspects of life. As our master strategist guides your Arcanist training, I hope that you might return the favor and help to broaden her own perspective somewhat. But enough of such matters for the moment. You'll have done well this day. Continue your practice with Carbuncle as Clehia has bid. I will be here when the time comes for your next lesson. Let's see what I got. Ring of Freedom. Weathered Ring. This Weathered Ring actually is pretty good. This Copper Wristlet is actually better than some of this other stuff. Oh, it's this magic damage. Okay. Thing? I already have the hat. Bone Ring is better than what I got. You can't ever reuse these. Oh. Equip. I'm going to reassign gear. Alright, now I'm going to pull this out. Can't reuse them. May as well sell them. Wishes to assess the improvement of our Arcanist skills. Okay, yeah, the time for your next lesson is upon us. You're keeping... Well, I trust taking the occasional brisk walk. One cannot form sound thoughts if one fails to maintain a sound body. Now, assuming you have been following Clehia's instructions, you should be ready to face the more dangerous threats found in western Lenosia. I speak of roselings and wild jackals, and yes, I would have you vanquish 3 of each. 'Tis the perfect sample size. The first acts as a preliminary test case, the second to test your hypotheses, the third to perfect the tactics you've devised. Speaking of which, I trust your strategy will consist of more than simply flinging ruin over and over again. You are not the novice you once were, and your skills in the field ought to reflect that. If you find yourself wanting for other approaches, consider an assault with ruin in tandem with attacks from your carbuncle. When timed appropriately, you can deal a crippling blow to your opponent. Alright. And that is where we'll call it for the day. So we've gotten quite a ways in. We're level 11. And made some good progress for today. So, cats and kittens, signing off. You have a great night.